Well, good morning. Today is the 21st, and I believe it's a Tuesday. Um, I'm going to get ready to head out today for a little bit, but I decided before I go, um, and before I get ready, I think I'm going to try to do one of my projects that I showed yesterday, just to see if I can get that done a little bit better than on my um, the candy shop one. Just because the only thing that was wrong with the candy shop is, I put too many layers in too quickly, or too thick of layers, and there were some inclusions. I don't know if they're inclusions or cracks, um, but they look like inclusions, so I've decided to try things a little bit differently to see what happens. So I'm going to go give that a shot now and see how it goes. So it's a little bit hard to see because it's, just one angle, but you're going to have different things in there and the hearts and all the different roses on the different sides. I'm going to let this one cure, and then I'm going to add another layer, and I'm guessing about 3 more layers is my guess. But there's a start. Oh, I just got back from the dog park. Went there with a friend of mine and her dog, and Katie, which is her almost 5-year-old. Um, she's, well, I'm called Uncle Shane, but her mother, Candace, is just my best friend. Well, not just my best friend. She's my best friend. That we've been friends for 7, 8 years now. I think now. And Katie is my goddaughter. So I always enjoy hanging out with them. And it's fun to be at the dog park because you see everyone running around, all the different dogs, and everyone's being social, and so it's kind of interesting. I am now at one of the parks that I like to go to and getting ready to go for my walk. I got this really cool sketch, and I'll try to share it in this video. If not, I'll share it tomorrow. From my illustrator that I work with for my children's books, and he sent me this really cool sketch of one of the character sketches for my second book, Lazy Ann and Hyper Piper. And it's a cool sketch. I love it. I really love working with this illustrator. He's really good, and I think he, matches my stories really well. And I'm hoping I get to continue to work with him through, several of my books. I've already got one more lined up after this, kid book wise, and then I've got another one that I'm starting to work on. And then I think that's all I've got lined up for kids books. Adult fiction, I'm not, I like writing, but the adult fictions really haven't caught that much of my attention. I want to get, one or two out there. I have like 20 stories that I could tell. But I've got 2 that I really want to get out there. But I'm just, the adult fiction just doesn't seem to captivate, or grab my attention as much as the other ones do, or the children's books do. I feel like I'm doing a lot more with my children's books than I am with, my adult fiction and nonfiction. Oh, and I think I showed a video a little bit earlier of starting out with that, one of the rose resin art, with a dozen roses, and I'm going to either put 6 or a dozen hearts in there. I'm thinking right now it's probably going to be, I kind of want to do a dozen hearts and a dozen roses, see what happens, see what it looks like. So the first layer is curing at home right now. And when I get back, I'll check that out, see how it looks. But I'll probably do the second layer. Probably do multiple layers tomorrow. I kind of wanted to see what happened with that first layer because it's supposed to shrink a little bit. And when it shrinks, you're supposed to be able to fill in the gap with some resin. So I kind of wanted to see if it really shrank a lot or not. but we'll see. I might end up doing another layer tonight because it's not supposed to get that cold tonight. Just put in a little extra catalyst. Which, I don't know if you've ever done resin, if some of you have done resin casting or not, but the catalyst on that, oh my god, that stuff stinks. I got a little bit, I went to pick up the catalyst bottle, it's just a little tiny bottle, and I didn't have my gloves on, and I got that on my fingers. Oh my god, it smelled absolutely horrible. That's why you're supposed to wear gloves when touching any of that stuff. And I just didn't use my gloves to pick it up because I was just taking it out to where I was going to work, and I should have thought twice about that because there's a little bit on the outside and it got all over my fingers, and man, I was washing my hands for about 10-15 minutes trying to get that smell off. But I think I'm going to go for my walk before it gets too dark. It's like 7:20. I think it's dark about 8 o'clock now here. Looks like the sun's already pretty much set, but it doesn't, it just doesn't start getting real dark until about 8. So I better get going. Chat with y'all later. So here is a quick look at the sketch that I was talking about for Lazy Ann and Hyper Piper.